Ahoy from BA. This is a Rorschach Ocean update from the 18th of February 2025. A summary of what's going down in the 70% surface of the Earth covered in salt water. According to a study published in the scientific journal Nature Communications on Monday the 10th, scientists recently discovered an unusual buildup of the radioactive metal beryllium-10 deep under the Pacific Ocean, dating back about 10 million years. This metal forms when cosmic rays interact with Earth's atmosphere and helps scientists study ancient geological changes. When examining ocean floor samples, researchers found nearly twice the expected amount of its decay product, the boron-10. Scientists believe this could be due to major shifts in ocean currents or a powerful space event like a nearby supernova that increased cosmic radiation. They will study more samples to understand the cause and see if this anomaly is present in other oceans too. Still in the Pacific Ocean, on Thursday the 13th, the US Coast Guard unloaded around 37,000 pounds, almost 17,000 kilograms, of cocaine worth over $275 million in San Diego. The drugs came from 11 separate smuggling interdictions between December and February off the coasts of Mexico, Central America, and South America. Captain Tyson Schofield praised the crew, emphasizing their success in preventing illicit narcotics from reaching the U.S. The Coast Guard, operating under the 11th District's authority, leads these interdictions to disrupt drug shipments at sea. The Weishi, a Legend-class national security cutter, plays a crucial role in patrolling the Eastern Pacific, where cartels transport large quantities of narcotics. From the Pacific to the Atlantic Ocean, researchers at Rutgers University, New Brunswick, have recently created an AI tool to predict where endangered North Atlantic right whales live, helping ships navigate away from these areas. The tool uses patterns from two large databases, improving the tracking of important marine species. The AI tool also incorporates data from underwater gliders and satellites, which measure ocean conditions and detect whale calls. Researchers aim to use this technology to improve conservation and reduce ship-whale collisions. The North Atlantic right whale population is currently critically endangered, with only about 370 individuals left. Talking about marine species, on Thursday the 13th, the journal Oceanographic reported that the research group OSearch tagged the largest great white shark ever recorded in the Atlantic off the Florida-Georgia coast in mid-January. The male shark, named Contender, weighs 1,650 pounds or 750 kilograms and measures more than 13 feet or more than 5 meters. This shark is important for understanding the species' behavior and migration patterns as it is still in its reproductive prime. OSearch attached 2 satellite tags to track its movements. One provides real-time GPS data when the shark surfaces, while the other monitors deeper dives and temperature preferences. Since being tagged, Contender has traveled 292 miles, or 470 kilometers south, heading toward northern Florida. Let's sail to the Arctic Ocean. The Ocean Conservancy has launched a petition to protect the Central Arctic Ocean, an area once covered by ice that is now facing threats due to climate change. As the ice melts, human activities like fishing and deep-sea mining are exploiting these waters, posing a risk to the ecosystem. The Central Arctic Ocean has long been one of the quietest and richest resource regions on Earth, making its preservation critical. The petition calls for a temporary halt to activities such as transpolar shipping and deep-sea mining until the Arctic communities are heard. This initiative seeks to protect the environment and the people who depend on it. Sign the petition with the link in the show notes. From one poll to the other, a fact check by Reuters published on Tuesday the 11th confirms the ongoing threat of climate change, despite misleading social media graphics comparing Antarctic sea ice levels from 1979 and 2024. One post said that sea ice was 17% higher in 2024, but experts noted that this comparison selectively chose dates without considering the broader natural fluctuations in sea ice. While Antarctic sea ice increased from 1979 to 2015, it has quickly declined since 2016. Climate scientists emphasize that such comparisons ignore complex factors influencing sea ice, like wind patterns and ocean currents, which make it more variable than Arctic sea ice. Focusing on isolated dates distorts the overall picture of climate change, which is evident in other signs like warming oceans and melting glaciers. In other news, on Wednesday the 12th, the BBC reported that the wildfire started a month ago on Amsterdam Island, a French island in the Indian Ocean, is still ongoing and it has already damaged half of the island. The island doesn't have permanent residents but has a marine research station and is home to wildlife like seals and albatrosses. It is a valuable spot for studying oceanic and atmospheric changes. The fire started on the 15th of January when a fishing boat saved 30 researchers who were forced to evacuate from the Pointe Benedict Observatory. The fire has damaged solar panels, food supplies, and communication lines. A French Navy team has been recently sent to secure the area and restore basic services. This is the first time in 45 years that research on the island has been paused. Let's have a look at the Suez Canal, whose traffic should return to normal by March and reach a full recovery by mid-year. The canal currently handles only 32 ships daily, down from 75 due to the Israel-Hamas conflict. This disruption has severely impacted global trade and Egypt's economy, with the losses of up to $7 billion so far. From the Suez to the Panama Canal. In January, the Panama Canal saw a 50% increase in ship traffic compared to last year, thanks to better weather conditions making it easier to pass through. A total of 632 commercial ships, including cargo and container vessels, used the canal. Despite that, traffic is still lower than it was before 2022. The US is still the canal's biggest user, followed by China, Chile, Japan, and South Korea. Now, some news from the Black Sea. A drone attack on Monday the 17th struck the Kropotkinskaya oil pumping station in Russia's Kuban region, disrupting crude flows through the Caspian Pipeline Consortium. Engineers are assessing the damage, while oil continues to flow at reduced rates through the Tengiz-Novorossiysk pipeline to the Black Sea port of Novorossiysk. The consortium transports around 2 million barrels of Kazakh crude daily, bypassing Western sanctions. The attack involved 7 drones carrying explosives and metal fragments. No injuries or oil spills were reported. What's going on in the Mediterranean Sea? Well, scientists have recently found a super powerful neutrino deep in the sea using a specific telescope. This tiny particle carried an incredible amount of energy, 220 quadrillion electron volts, setting a new record for neutrino detection. It was discovered near Sicily, Italy, where underwater sensors spotted a brief glowing signal when the neutrino passed through seawater. Experts think it may have come from a cosmic event like a black hole or a supernova. This finding helps scientists learn more about space and extreme energy sources. Researchers now plan to improve the telescope used in this discovery to find more high-energy neutrinos. Closing with water sports, young women in Fiji are leading the way in the world of water sports, challenging gender norms and inspiring the next generation of female divers. Many women athletes are proving their skills in scuba diving and maritime training. The athletes of Volley Beach Resort recently completed the Restricted Master Engineer Class 6 Captain's course, equipping them with advanced knowledge of marine operations. Beyond their achievements in diving, these women advocate for ocean conservation, promoting sustainable practices to protect Fiji's marine ecosystems. Their leadership is inspiring a new wave of young women to dive into marine exploration, ensuring a bright future for women in Fiji's water sports industry. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. But hey, don't leave yet. In case you didn't know, if you're listening to us on Spotify, you can leave comments or questions in the episode. Check out the comment box. Don't worry, the comments are private by default and we won't publish them. If you want us to get back to you, share your email. Your feedback makes our updates even better. See you next week.